But they all had great matches. Granted, the one constant in all those matches that made them so good was Shawn Michaels.
Right.
But, I mean, I don't know. Because, I mean, it depends who Taker wants to fight. It really does. Right. And who he gets, because...
That whole Rusev fighting Fat Boy there and
Big Show.
Losing and them going at each other. Him losing sets up the whole Rock coming in.
See, I've heard Cena at Mania for him, for Rusev.
Are they going to drag that out? Because I've heard kind of that it's going to be The Rock.
If it's The Rock, it would make more sense. Because if it's Cena...
Because they've already built it up.
Well, they're saying if they're building it on all these American guys, John Cena's always the one that's doing the salute.
Would that be a title shot?
And that's what I was getting to. It's either you have Cena win and you build up Rusev real fast and you have to start giving him a meaningful feud to get him up to a championship level.
I like Cena not having the title. That's awesome.
As long as they don't parade him around every fucking week.
I don't like Brock Lesnar having the title and not being there.
And they're working on him with more dates.
I know they were trying to. But I mean,
well, he just extended, but so he's through 31 at least.
Yeah.
What they'll do until then, I don't know. Or what they'll do after then. Because even Dana White's saying if Brock's really 100% healthy and he wants to come back, he has my number.
Right. I don't know.
It comes to money. I mean,
pick one. If you want to wrestle. If you want to do Ultimate Fighting, go do it.
Yeah.
Don't fucking take the belt, disappear for 3 months,
but
never see the heavyweight belt again.
That's WWE's fault, not his. Yeah, it's WWE's job to get him signed to a contract where they can bring him on TV at least most of the time. He doesn't have to travel every week. But you know what? 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
He doesn't have to be on SmackDown.
No, he doesn't have to be on SmackDown.
At least show up for 5 minutes.
And he doesn't have to do house shows either. If you get him on video conference, all right, so yeah, you have to pay him you have to pay him for his appearance or whatever. That's better than fucking not having it.
Backstage video or whatever you need to do.
That's what I'm saying. It's better than not having the belt on the show at all.
Right.
I don't even remember what the fucking belt looks like.
Even though I hate the fucking belt.
I like Brock Lesnar, and I like to see when he beats the shit out of people.
Yeah, I'd like to see more Brock Lesnar. Not less once in a while. Because that does nothing for his image.
But when he comes, you know what though? You know why they're doing it? Because every time he comes back after a few week layoff,
already showed Cena being in the Royal Rumble. Because I've seen an ad for it already.
Yeah, Survivor Series there's no title defense.
Right. So there's probably going to be no title defense at the next pay-per-view.
I think it is.
Because they're leaving it up. They haven't said. They said, Cena, you get a shot. But they're not saying when you get a shot.
But after the Royal Rumble, there's only a couple pay-per-views. There's two meaningless ones, an Elimination Chamber, and then Mania. And they're talking about moving Elimination Chamber.
They can't hold the belt.
No, you can't have no title defenses until WrestleMania.
Why take it away from Daniel Bryan? If you're not going to fucking be there, see, that made no sense. Granted, he was actually hurt, but come on.
You know why? They need, regardless of if Daniel Bryan was healthy or not, Brock Lesnar would still be the champion right now.
Right.
They've been building this for how long now?
A while now.
Yeah, a couple of years. After the whole Triple H feud was done, there was one guy he could beat.
Who do you think, in your opinion, and I'm going to go from the Attitude Era till now because you don't...
A little bit, I don't know.
From the Attitude Era to now, who do you think was the best rivalry?
Best rivalry?
I know there's like Stone Cold, McMahon, Undertaker, The Rock, Undertaker.
Yep.
Or Rock McFoley.
I'd say Austin Rock because it headlined 3 separate WrestleManias.
The reason I brought that up is because
They started that rivalry
they started
show.
that rivalry show.
I started watching it
I
last
didn't watch
night.
it yet, but
The first episode is Austin McMahon.
if anybody has an opinion on that, drop
Let
it
us
on our
know,
Facebook
yeah.
page.
And no, like I said, biggest reason Austin Rock headlined 3 separate WrestleManias.
Right.
And drew more than the last one each time. And all of them are easily the best match on the card.
What about Austin against the Dark Alliance group?
See, that didn't go on long enough.
No.
It didn't headline any WrestleManias.
Right.
Did a couple pay-per-views, yeah, okay. But when you headline a WrestleMania, I think it's a bigger deal.
Right.
So, like, even Shawn Michaels' Undertaker, now that I think of it, is probably my second favorite. Maybe, it might even be my first.
All right, so what would be your
Stone Cold's farewell match, pretty much.
yeah?
His last big match, anyway. Big match. That drew. Because I'm not counting all the shit he did, the whatevers, the special guest referees, and the matches, comeback match he had, or whatever. Anybody gonna say Brock Lesnar Goldberg? Probably not.
Backlash, The Rock Goldberg. I was there for that one. That was horrible.
Yep.
That was a horrible match.
You know what was a good match, but or it gets a bad rep because of the botch at the end?
What's that?
The Brock Lesnar-Kurt Angle match at WrestleMania. When Brock Lesnar goes to do the shooting star press and fractures the bone in his neck
Oh yeah.
because he lands on his head. He gets like a grade 3 concussion.
Speaking of landing on their head, who was Owen Hart's opponent
When he was the
fell?
Blue Blazer. Oh, I could go back and watch the pay-per-view too, but I bet they have it cut out of the
Probably.
thing.
Great transition, though, right?
It was.
On your head.
I don't even remember. It was so long ago.
Yeah,
I was so
I don't know
young.
who he was supposed to fight or.
But I'll never forget watching that pay-per-view.
Yeah, everything went scrambled.
Yep. Yeah, everything went black, and for a while, all you could hear was JR's voice saying,
"Oh my god!"
He hit the ring post. I saw his head bounce off the ring post.
Yeah.
That was the call on it. I remember that.
They said if he had landed in the ring, he would have survived.
Yeah.
Because there is give.
Mm-hmm.
He would have been hurting, but he would have survived.
Yeah.
But because he hit his head, it was like a concussion.
Ah.
Smash. Disgusting.
Yeah, whatever.
I liked at the pay-per-view they tried to recreate a moment like Mick Foley getting thrown off the top, except they didn't.
I think they try that too much, but I like that Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury were the first ones up the cage.
I was really nervous
when
they were on
he
top.
was pulling. Because first of all, that looks like a bigger cage than they used to be.
They're not like they used to be.
Did
made a
you
lot
see
better.
how reinforced that thing is
Yeah.
now? Even on the sides.
It used to be just a cage.
Yeah.
They
That
take
thing had
fucking
steel.
chain link things and put them all together. This thing's all fucking steel together. And,
I'm sure that Mick Foley had a
And-
big part of that.
and you know what annoyed the shit out of me? When they go, whoa, let's tell you the history of this
Oh.
match. Undertaker Mankind was not in one of those video packages that they showed.
They made reference to it though.
They didn't show any of it.
Really.
Nothing.
And actually, I don't think they showed the first Hell in the Cell match either. Now that I think of it, the Shawn Michaels Undertaker one.
That one is the one that put the Undertaker Mankind is the one that put that on the map.
See, that's the one that gets the most recognition
Right.
because what happened to it.
Right.
But on a better Hell in the Cell match, just match quality wise, is the first one, Michaels against Undertaker. You know why they don't show that though? Shawn Michaels was bloodied up bad.
Yeah.
That was one where it was like when Ric Flair used to cut himself.
I'm kind of pissed they don't do that anymore.
It'll scare the kids.
Fuck the kids.
It'll scare the kids. Imagine if the Brood were around now, how bad that would be.
That was I love that. I'm like, this is fucking
the most original gimmick ever. First of all, who else is coming out giving people bloodbaths?
Yeah. But Bray Wyatt's whole thing now is probably the closest thing they've done to something like that with the whole freaky the projection of Abigail in the center of the ring.
All right, I thought that was a woman. You couldn't tell though.
Yeah,
it didn't have
supposed
much
to
of
be
a
Abigail.
shape.
Yeah.
It almost looked like a worm, kind of. It was a shitty projection.
I don't see the whole let's push him towards him now. Two crazy guys supposed to be fighting each other. I was used to be like you.
I think this is going to transition him into the helping the people that have lost their way. I think he's trying to say, Dean, you've lost your way. You need to get back on a path. I don't think Dean Ambrose will be the first superstar that goes with him. I think
need to get focused.
Dean Ambrose is on his own path. He's doing whatever now. It'll be interesting to see if they still push him, which Triple H likes him. So
yeah, I'm sure they'll still push him.
Dean Ambrose is your new person in that Daniel Bryan spot against the Authority. Daniel Bryan. Well, now it's mixed.
Has there been any word about him?
I
haven't heard
he's
nothing.
thinking about Tommy John surgery, which I don't know what.
He hasn't done that yet?
No, he's been going back and forth doing all his holistic shit.
That's fucked. Dude, he's going to be out.
He's probably done for his career, honestly.
Well,
I don't know. I know obviously what it is for baseball. If you get Tommy John for baseball, you're out for a year.
Right.
But I don't know
Wrestling
what it is
wise.
for wrestling or.
Well, he's not throwing balls.
Oh no, but still, there's still strain on the elbow there.
Right.
I would say upwards of probably 6 months after surgery, because you still have to go to rehab and all that shit. And
I think he's going to be irrelevant
yeah,
once.
people are going to be
he's
like,
gonna be gone that long.
especially if he cuts his beard and his hair, people are going to be like, "Who the hell are you?"
Because I don't know if you noticed, the Yes chant's kind of dying down.
Well, it's because Brie Bella's doing them.
Even with her, they're kind of dying down.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, would you want to do the yes chant for Brie Bella? That's real worthy, right? Yes, I'm in a pointless storyline. Yes,
Yeah, that's gay.
it is. I hate that. I hate that whole story.
You know, I didn't even see that match.
Oh, really?
No.
I watched.
To be honest with you, I completely forgot it was on the pay-per-view because I was watching The Walking Dead, and unfortunately that takes precedent right now.
I watched The Walking Dead before I did the pay-per-view.
What
I
a
will admit.
fucking brutal episode.
Oh my god, they chopped. Yes, Gareth.
That was just fucking ridiculous. I loved how what the hell's the black guy's name?
Bob?
Bob was sitting by the fire, and the guy's talking to him, and he's just laughing. He's laughing. Ha ha! You ain't tainted me. I was bait, you motherfuckers.
And speaking of The Walking Dead, video of CM Punk coming out doing the Walking Dead zombie thing at San Diego Comic-Con. It's like a whole acting thing. You run through zombies and shit. And a bunch of people there.
I'm sure he's going to be on.